Unlike supercars of the past, the modern generation supercar is a lot more practical and simple to drive. With an electro-hydraulic clutch, you no longer need to master heel-toe shifting for the quickest gear change. With massive carbon ceramic brakes, you no longer need thunder thighs to come to an immediate halt. And finally, with magneto dampers, you no longer need a spine of steel to drive your car in the real world. However, there's still quite a few mistakes a lot of supercar drivers tend to make. Here are a few examples. Number 1, driving everywhere in race mode. Look, just because you have a supercar, it doesn't mean you have to drive everywhere in race mode. Each marque has a unique name for it, whether it's the McLaren Active Dynamics Control, the Lamborghini Anima, or the Ferrari Manettino. They effectively do the exact same thing to make the vehicle more versatile to different driving environments as well as driving styles. But a lot of supercar drivers tend to leave their car in the most aggressive setting. I know I might get flamed for this, but when I drive the McLaren, I'm usually in the most comfortable setting. For example, right now my handling and powertrain is set to normal. It isn't until I'm in Mexico and ready for a bit more spirited driving until I change to something more aggressive. Look, driving in race mode or track mode won't turn you into Lewis Hamilton, like walking around with a loaded gun won't turn you into John Rambo. Number 2, incorrectly changing gears. So despite having an electro-hydraulic clutch, a lot of supercar drivers tend to drive their car as if it was a 3-pedal manual with a mechanical clutch. Meaning what they tend to do is they let off the throttle, change gears, and go back on the throttle again. Wrong! The way you actually change gears is just like you would in a video game. Foot down and cycle through the gears. It's that simple. Number 3, stopping in neutral. So I've noticed that a lot of supercar drivers, each time they approach a stoplight, switch into neutral. I don't know, either to take pictures, see who's watching, or rev for people. But this is more of a safety-related mistake I have, because the second you're distracted, you're no longer paying attention to all of the hazards around you. Especially in the city when you have insane cyclists, jaywalkers, and distracted drivers, you really have to stay in full alert mode. I always feel like I have a giant target painted on my car. And when you're in neutral, you're effectively immobilized, so you're unable to react quickly to bad situations. Safety first. Number 4, driving with attitude. So when a lot of people buy their first supercar, their ego grows by 10 times the value of the car. All of a sudden, they believe they're entitled to handicapped parking spots, preferential treatment, and even a heightened social status. When in the end of the day, nothing's changed, other than the fact that you now drive a supercar. I believe you need to be more cognizant of how people perceive you, and you need to make an effort to be more humble when speaking to people, because you will get a lot of questions about the car and about you, and you need to know how to respond accordingly. Just treat everyone with respect, and you'll never be entitled to 2 parking spots. And finally, number 5, not driving your car. So I'll admit, I made the same mistake when I first got my car. I was so concerned about resale that I didn't drive the car as much as I should have. It wasn't until I heard something from Jim Glickenhaus which completely changed my perspective. And what he said is not driving your Ferrari is like not having sex with your girlfriend to make her more desirable to her next boyfriend. Look, these cars are meant to be experienced and enjoyed, and you're not going to put a smile on your face by leaving it parked in your garage. Look, as long as the car puts a smile on your face, you're doing everything correct. Have fun, guys. Until next time.